Right, it is time, and welcome to the products Straight Talk Nutrition on our Phytodefence, our total immune support, which is absolutely fantastic to have a product like this. And I'm Nola, and it's my pleasure to welcome you. I want to just start by mentioning something Dr. Rashid Butta explains that all disease, not just cancer, is the result of two things. The first thing is deficiency in nutrients and or toxicity. So it's the deficiency in nutrients and or toxicity. And what is toxicity? He listed 5 things that he puts in the toxic department. And the first one is heavy metals. Heavy metals are found in our air, often in our food. Then the second one is chemicals in food and other things added to our food. The third one is if the first 2 above are there, then bacteria and yeast take the opportunity to suppress the immune system and set up home in your body. Isn't that interesting? And then the fourth one is radiation, like cell phones and cell towers, etc., which is really all our convenience of modern day living. And then the next one is emotional being. It can be toxic or helpful. A lot of emotions are people are living under toxic emotion. And then what is done to our food with genetic modifying, pasteurizing our milk products, homogenizing, irradiation, all those things he calls are the 5 most toxic things that can happen to our food. And how can we help? What can we do about it? Because a lot of those things are out of our control. And he says the 3 ways we can help our body is to detox, to repair our immune system, and to maintain our health by plugging dietary gaps and eating variety, not the same old, but a variety. So with that in mind, you're going to understand just how amazing our NeoLife products really are, and that they do just what he says we need to do to stay healthy. So welcome to our little talk on Phytodefence, that picture in the front of us, Phytodefence, the total immune support. And let's have a look at what else it says. There it is. The best form of defense is what I'm going to be talking about, using plant nutrients to help us. And in that box of what we call Phytodefence, you'll find that there are 3 different tablets that are food-based tablets. And you'll see here, one lot of products are carotenoids, and they are in a separate bottle if you don't want to buy the whole box. And economically, sometimes that's what we have to do. The flavonoids and the cruciferous. And if you look at that in this box on the Phytodefence, you have 30 sachets, little packets. And in each packet, you have 3 carotenoids, 2 flavonoids, and 1 cruciferous, or you just have the bottle and choose as you wish. So what we're going to do tonight is have a look at the carotenoids. We're going to look at this first bottle of product here called carotenoids. Just take one of the products at a time. And I'm going to just change slides. There you are. I don't know if you can see that. 1 bottle of 90 capsules has the carotenoid power of 115 kilos of raw fruits and vegetables in every bottle. Now, I don't know how long it takes you to eat 115 kilos of these fruits and veggies, which are in our carotenoid. These products are used, and the carotenoids, the essence of carotenoids, are taken out of them. So there's no fiber and no sugar or anything. It's just the carotenoid oils that are taken from the tomatoes, carrots, spinach. Spinach is light. Red bell peppers, strawberries. It takes a lot to make a kilo of strawberries. Apricots, peaches. So those are the products from which we get our carotenoid oils. And 90 tablets, it takes 119 kilos of these fruits and veggies to make one bottle. So basically, what the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, says: protect cells and enhances immunity. And from that, let's have a look at have a look at this product. Obviously, fruit and vegetables are the best sources of carotenoids, but most people do not eat 5 to 13 daily servings recommended for optimal well-being. Can you imagine? 5 to 13, and it's gone from 3 to 5, which they used to use very long ago, and it's gone to 5 to 13 because our fruits and veggies are not as dense in nutrition as they used to be because of conditions, how they're grown, the soil they're grown in. There are many conditions that have brought the quality of our food down. And so we've got to look at 5 to 13 varieties a day to get our immunity just perfect. The uniqueness in our product is very, very evident. Neolife's carotenoid complex of yellow, orange, red, green pigments, it's a whole food supplement whose benefits have been demonstrated in human trials that we have done, and also have been conducted by the United States Department of Agriculture and university researchers as well, who prove its immune boosting powers. And just one carotenoid, one tablet, is better antioxidant power than amazing vitamin C and vitamin E. And we all know how amazing vitamin C and vitamin E are, but this is what they came up with. If you look at the power of one carotenoid tablet as opposed to 200 international units of E, look at the difference of antioxidant units. So here's 800, and this is on 200. Then we look at our vitamin C, one carotenoid complex, as opposed to 200 milligrams of vitamin C is 200. This is 400, sorry, I beg your pardon, 400 as opposed to 200. So you can see the power of just one carotenoid complex, which is great. The uniqueness is evident. And I tell you why it's so important to understand the difference when you get the nutrition directly from a food source, a human food source. It gives us two words, which I'll use quite often, I think, because they're so important: density and diversity. So in one tablet, you've got the density of the nutrition you're looking for, the carotenoids in this case, and you've got the diversity of different sources of food to give you that density. And that is where the power comes in, because that is what plugs dietary gaps. You know, when we eat food, we obviously choose food, well, we try and choose food that is going to feed our bodies, but you don't know how long it's been stored. You don't know what's in it. Whereas if you get a bottle of carotenoids, it's stated on the bottle, and it can't be less than what is stated. And so it's a very measured, acceptable amount. The carotenoid complex means that there's not just a beta carotene. It's a complex of the entire recognized family of carotenoids. And so we have all family members that, as they naturally occur in the human food chain, in fruits and vegetables. This is very unique to neolife. You know, you can get a carotenoid called lutein, or because it's good for your eyes, but it's the family that does the job the best together, as opposed to one big blob of one of the family that blocks the entry to the other families into the cells. So it's important we get it as nature intends us to get it, and this is just what I'm talking about. Let's have a look at the next slide. Here it is. It is it boosts overall immunity by 37% in just 20 days. So in less than 3 weeks, or just on 3 weeks, our immunity is boosted by 37%. These are trials that we did, and the USDA did as well for because they used this product on human trials. And this is amazing. There's no other product that can claim that. It also, with the immunity being boosted, it also reduces aggressive threats to our well-being, like cancers and oxidation, which affects heart health and circulation. Oxidation is basically rusting of our cells. I live near the beach and everything rusts. So you know, I'm very aware of oxidation, and that's where our cells are damaged. And basically they rust. So the antioxidant that carotenoid has, with all the other products I'm going to talk about, protect us. And so it protects us from cancers, heart disease, circulation, etc. Another thing it does, carotenoids promote optimum health in ways very distinct and different from the actions of other dietary factors like vitamins and minerals. In fact, it goes for the flavonoids as well, but the carotenoid complex protect the lipid areas, the fat areas, the fats, or wherever fat is stored, like the cell membranes, blood fats. It protects the lipid areas, while the flavonoid protects our water areas, which is inside and outside the cell. So we've got this double protection from carotenoids and from the product I'm going to talk about in a moment, the carotenoids, the flavonoids, I mean. And so where vitamins and minerals plug dietary gaps, and that the phytonutrients, the plant nutrients from the colors of the plant, they do a different function by protecting our body. Our complex, our carotenoid complex, has 15 main family members, which have different branches, such as lycopene, lutein. These are names that are promoted a lot in individual products, but we don't believe in that. We believe, as I say, in the family. Each member of the family of carotenoids plays a vital role in our health, with diversity and density of the entire carotenoid family. So it's an exceptionally powerful protector. The next point is our advanced technology yields 98% extraction process, which is done in an oxygen-free environment, also using an oxygen-free encapsulation that ensures no rancidity to the carotenoid oils inside. This is so important. We patented this method of encapsulating these oils. It has to be in a completely free oxygen environment. And all our capsules, no matter what oils, whether it's omega oils or carotenoid oils, any of the oils have this capsule that will not allow the oils to oxidize inside that capsule, which is it's very important. It's very, very important, because A lot of testing has been done on various oil capsules, especially the omegas, and majority of them were found in this particular test by the Cancer Association to be rancid. And that is not what you want to be putting in your body because it's not going to protect you. So, your carotenoid uniqueness help us in so many ways. And I've listed 7 ways. I mean, I've spoken about the uniqueness of the product and what it does. But let's just look at our body. What does it do? It skin protection and skin quality. It helps with that. All our wet tissues, our epithelial tissues are protected. So right from the mouth, the eyes, right the way down, they are protected with the carotenoids. Cell membrane protection. Every cell, we're just a whole bunch of trillions and trillions of cells. And so every cell, which you can't even see with the naked eye, has a little oil membrane. And that membrane has carotenoid oil, well, should have carotenoid oils in it to protect it from oxidation, from rusting, from aging. Heart health, by preventing the oxidation of our blood fats that stick to the walls of our blood vessels, narrowing them so that, with the plaque buildup. So it also helps the circulation in clean vessels. It's an anti-cancer product, it's anti-aging, and it's also major eye protection and macular protection. So I don't know who can be without carotenoids. We've got to just make sure that we eat our colors. That's the very important thing, is the colors. Okay, so let's have a look at the next thing, is the flavonoid complex. As I mentioned, it looks after the water areas in our body, and it's made up of very colorful pigments, cranberries. That product is cranberries, kale, green tea, beetroot, elderberries, red and black grape skins, citrus fruits. Okay, once again, protect and defends our cells. United States National Cancer Institute protocol. Okay, so that's exciting. Let's have a look. As I said, they are water-soluble antioxidants, where the carotenoids are fat soluble. So they balance each other up. They're working on different areas, but they work together. Okay, so if we look at our fruits and vegetables, our teas, our wine, red wine, colorful pigments are responsible for the brilliant blues, purples, greens, plus other bright colors that are also responsible for the taste of the food, the aroma of the fruits and vegetables, and many other things. The more the color, the greater the health and less disease. So when you're shopping, just think of that. Flavonoids are great protectors of our body as well. So, but are we eating enough? That's always the question. And the diversity of flavonoid foods and the density of how much are we eating puts us at risk if it's not enough. So let's have a look at that. It says here, diverse nutrients, and the flavonoids represent all the flavonoid classes. There are 4,000 different named flavonoids in different classes, but here we've got the flavones, the flavonols. So if you've got any funny name that comes from the flavonoid family, it's in our product because we have all the flavonoid classes, and it's whole food. So the answer to this diversity is the near-life flavonoid supplements that have the entire family of health. Names like polyphenols, catechins, ellagic acid, quercetin, anthocyanins, they are all part of the family. So if you see any of these funny names, they're in the product. You don't have to worry. Okay, and they often write articles on one flavonoid and all the wonderful things it does, and then we get all panicky and say, I wonder if we've got it. It's all in. It's all in. Okay, so when you see these articles, don't fuss. And how can they help us, these wonderful flavonoids? The plant compounds are known for their antioxidant properties and being anti-inflammatory, and also antiviral. Isn't that great? When the viruses and the bugs come out, just get into all the products that are antiviral and antibacterial. They're all that anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and antiviral all contribute to very huge health benefits. They protect against cell damage. They support capillary strength. That's good to try and stop strokes. It's important that. Research links flavonoids to reducing the risk of damage from aggressive, destructive, free radical attack, as well as protection against many other degenerative diseases. So the whole idea is healthier aging. And they signal how cells interact with each other. That's what the flavonoids do. So that's benefiting our overall health. Our near-life flavonoids have been proven to slow down the spread of breast cancer by 90%. Flavonoids are neuroprotectors. They protect our brain, basically, protecting against dementia, all cognitive function, and prevent cognitive decline, and they lower memory loss. Recent studies have shown how flavonoids promote gut microbiome health for the brain. The gut microbes that we need for the brain, the flavonoids promote them, look after them. They are neuroprotectors, protecting all cognitive functions and lower memory loss. So I just think, wow, that's exciting. I'm excited. I'm on flavonoids as well. And you just look at what they, the flavonoids are your purples, your berries. So if you're going to choose grapes, don't get green grapes, get black grapes. Don't even get the red grapes, the black grapes, if they're available. Blueberries, lots of blueberries around. Anything, beetroot, anything with the red and blue colors are fantastic for you, for all that I've mentioned. So research links them to reduce risks to our overall well-being, as well as antioxidant protection of body fluids. And there are parallel benefits, as you've heard, with both the carotenoids and flavonoids in the antioxidant protection, the anti-rusting, anti-aging protection, and cardiovascular effects on strokes, and basically focusing on healthy aging. So one's oil-based, one's water-based, and that's what we've got to eat a variety of. So let's have a look at the third bottle, which is now, let me just change this. Whole food based. I'm still on carotenoids here. Exclusively, I've told you all about that. And it's tested and proven according to National Cancer Institute protocols to support the immune function. That's still on flavonoids. So that's good. Okay, here's your cruciferous. This is an exciting one. It's a little different to the carotenoids and flavonoids, quite different, but it comes from this group of foods, broccoli, radish, kale, black and brown mustard, watercress. You'll find cabbage is very much a cruciferous vegetable. Anything, broccoli, anything with that sort of like sulfur smell. It's often the least liked in the family, especially by kids, unless we really hide the taste. But it's a very vital part of our diet. Talking about this diversity again. And the beautiful thing is we have the diversity in the different food groups throughout our range, but the diversity within the groups is there, because I don't know how many sources of broccoli, of cruciferous you have every day. Most families think they're doing well by having a broccoli. Oh, we eat broccoli every week. You mean to eat it every day, or one of these foods from this group every day? It's easier to swallow a tablet if you have a family that you're going to fight with, okay? And so it's interesting. Okay. So let's have a look at our cruciferous vegetables, and that includes the broccoli, the cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, collard greens. They contain special plant nutrients, phytonutrients, which are not found in any other foods, and which may not only protect cells, but increase cells' ability to protect themselves. Cancer institutes and health organizations throughout the world recommend eating one serving of cruciferous vegetables every single day for that protection. So once again, we've got this diversity and density with the cruciferous. Cruciferous vegetables help strengthen the body's defenses. Research shows that ingredients in the cruciferous product can help protect against major threats to our well-being by neutralizing aggressive and damaging agents. For example, it supports detoxification. It aids in liver function and the detoxification process. It has inflammation reduction. A compound, sulforaphane, helps. This compound comes from lemon skins, supports detoxification, aids in liver function and detoxification process. So chew a lemon skin from time to time, okay? It helps with heart health. It can assist with lowering of cholesterol and blood pressure. Let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. Cruciferous vegetables are basically cancer preventing, especially from fighting hormone cancers like breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and prostate cancer. However, if we look at this slide, and this is, I got this from articles that recent article, well, I say recent, early 2000 or late 1998, around about there. Three new studies confirm the anti-cancer connection. Japanese research linked broccoli with the fight against stomach cancer. Cabbage may fight breast cancer. Okay. And let me just get rid of this here. Sorry. And lung cancer is less likely with cruciferous vegetable consumption. So those are the three latest that I have of the research. Okay, so it's all very exciting. It's all very exciting. Our cruciferous contains no artificial colors or flavors or preservatives or sweeteners. It's convenient serving, just one tablet a day. And recommendations from the Cancer Institutes and health organizations is to consume one serving of cruciferous vegetables every day. And most people are proud if they eat one serving a week, according to research findings. So that is the three wonderful phytodefense products that we can offer ourselves, and I think that is a very important thing. And if I go, all right, I'm not going to, there we are, there's the Phytodefence, triple the power in one box. So you can either buy a box, and if that is not possible, then start with the bottle of carotenoids. That's what you start with, and take those, and then next month you get a flavonoid, bottle of flavonoids. And then you get your cruciferous. But the thing is, what I've said is try and eat as well. Eat as well, because that's going to help maintain health. We eat intentionally, and we just then can slide in the nutrition as our insurance policy to maintain the health, because we know exactly what's in that tablet. It cannot be less. And Neurolife looks after the contents of those tablets from farm to table. They are involved. They can trace every bottle back to where it was grown. And so they're very in control of the quality of the raw ingredients. They are 100% in control of these products. So they know the raw ingredients, they know where they've come from, they know the quality of them. So you can rest assured that you're in good hands. So I'm going to close off by just mentioning a few things that I think we've just got to encourage ourselves and each other. You have been given a lot of important information on food tonight. I encourage you to take supplements to plug those dietary gaps, and Neurolife gives us food supplements. They're not synthetic. It's directly from food. As I've mentioned, all guaranteed pure and complete. And it is often works out less expensive than the real thing. It hasn't been stored, it hadn't been cold stored, it hadn't been artificially ripened, and I'm talking about supplementing the real diet for your health insurance. But here's a fact that you need to know. In 2005, in a British journal, The Lancet, it stated that Harvard University researchers show that low fruit and vegetable consumption is the third leading cause of cancer worldwide, right behind smoking and alcohol consumption. How's that for motivation to eat your veggies? So I just say thank you for being on Straight Talk Nutrition with me. And until next time, you just stay blessed and be intentional about maintaining your health. Thank you, guys. All the best with your choices of what you're going to do from here. Thanks.